Moment right here, right now. I was so excited to learn about the magic of GP66. We've sold over 3 million bottles of GP66 here at QVC. This is truly a miracle cleaner and degreaser all in one. You can go ahead and throw out several of your cleaners and just have one-stop shop for you here with GP66. We don't always see the gallon size, so when you see it, it is a absolute run, don't walk. Our price is $44 and 3 easy payments of $14.67 today. In addition to that gallon size, you're also getting a 32-ounce empty spray bottle, which will then allow you to create 4 bottles worth of cleaner. I mean, you do the math, that is fantastic. There's a reason why we've got over 165 star reviews on this one. And Scotty Hind is in the building. What's up, bud?
What's up, my friend? Good to see you. How you
Good,
been? Yeah,
great.
Yeah,
we love this.
I jumped in on your TikTok show the other day and I said I had a hack for you. But it's kind of the worst kept secret hack here at QVC. It's like 13 years, 3 million bottles. Like, kind of people know about it, but it really does what we say it does. It is, in my opinion, the best degreaser degrimer I've ever seen. And there's really almost nothing you can't use it on. And real quick to your point about throwing away the other cleaners, for years here we said it's what you use when you reach for everything else.
Sure.
Just reach for this first. Like, don't even waste your time. You know?
You are 100% right. Listen, I clean my shower door, my glass shower doors with this. I also clean my glass stove top with this. But this is just what's so wild. From some of the most popular auto body shops and the most popular food chain restaurants all use this. To clean everything.
It is insane because, and that's, you know, leave it to the magic of QVC to realize then this gets used in the worst of the worst settings. Why not bring it here and let the consumer have it and get to use it at home when you're getting that same cleaning power? This is the same stuff that's in 55-gallon drums. So you saw here, right? What I did was I scraped this. I could not budge this with a spatula, but here, before I even get there with a scrub brush or any kind of a pad or anything like that, look how it is dissolving this.
Oh my gosh.
This is what we burnt on with a blowtorch, okay? I hope it's not this bad in your home, but if it is, we got you covered. And again, I'm using more than I should have to here, Steve.
No, definitely.
But I'm doing it to make a point that, look how it cleaned all that up, and then I'll come back through with the rag, and look how clean this is. It is basically like the day you bought it.
Amazing.
Isn't that insane?
Yes, that is wild. You didn't even have to do anything. It was literally just lifting it all on its own.
That's right.
But everywhere, all over your home, your car, outdoors. I mean, you're cleaning several different things with this.
Really, pretty much anything. I mean, I get asked all the time, is there something you can't use it on? The only thing in 13 years is be careful on leather car seats. Don't scrub too hard, okay? You can use it, but just don't scrub too hard. Other than that, honestly, there's nothing so far that I've used on that hasn't worked. So, what am I gonna write? Steve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is cool.
Yes, he is.
So there we go. Steve is cool. So we wrote that on a tile with permanent marker, okay? Well, I don't want this to go away because I genuinely do think you're cool.
Thank you, buddy.
But you know what? It may not be something you want on your walls or on your...
Definitely not.
So what we're going to do is we're going to spray this on. And you'll see the second it hits that marker, and that's supposedly permanent marker. See how it starts disintegrating that, breaking down that ink at the molecular level? Well, it just almost like it melts right off. And then we're just going to come through with the rag, Steve, clean that all right up. And I still think you're cool, but at least on the tile, we don't see that.
Thank you, my friend.
And then so sets and props, doesn't worry. Look, that right there, that's where it all goes. No worries whatsoever.
But here's what's happening here. I mean, we're not like sort of burning eyes from the fumes of this, you know, and that's what's so special, especially cleaning like the oven door or the inside of my shower. What happens when you use those really harsh chemicals is you walk in there and all of a sudden, as soon as the water hits and reinvigorates it again, it's like, oh my gosh, it's too much. Never with GP66.
Yeah, that's right, because what it does is designed to break down the grease and the grime. It's strong enough to clean, but not harsh enough to damage. And that's the big story. And it's not a bleach component, so you don't have those nasty odors. Have you ever tried an oven cleaner in the aerosol? Oh my word.
Oh my gosh.
You need a gas mask. I mean,
it's terrible.
100%. You don't want that. So
no.
Here's what I want you to do when you get it to your own home. Okay? Take a white cloth like this, because what happens is when you cook bacon, fish, anything that's got grease or oil, that grease and oil goes into the air, and it doesn't land vertically, doesn't land horizontally, it lands everywhere, right? So 3 days later, you still smell bacon, Steve, after you cooked it? Well, you don't eat bacon. You're in too good a shape, but pretend you eat bacon. And, you know, but that grease is everywhere. And you're like, why does it still smell? Because you didn't get it off your cabinet. So I want you to take the GP. I want you to put it on a white cloth like this and go around your cabinet. I know what you're thinking, Steve. You're thinking, all you did was put solution on here so it looks shiny. Who cares? until you do this.
Oh
That's
my
the kind
gosh.
of stuff that can get built up there. Now, we've gone to the extreme here to hide that dirt, but obviously the point is even on clean, white light cabinets, that film, that's what takes it off,
You know, you bring up a good point, especially when you think about like your sort of like, you know, your stovetop like kind of like convention like hood. When you touch that and there's a little stickiness to it, that's the film that you're talking about. It just sort of, it collects over time. Then how do you clean that? Well, you use GP66. It's the best.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. And what I want you to do is I want you to use it with the Campanelli products. As I've always said, best microfiber on the planet. I mean, when the Campanellis put their name to something, you know it works. No different than the mop, right? So I've sprayed some here onto the Campanelli mop. It is the only mop I use in my home. So I take this now, and I'm just gonna go over these floors, okay? And the thing is, you're gonna look at this and say to yourself, huh, you know, I don't know that it looks really any better, any worse, any different. You know, what do you have going here? And I have not put anything on these floors. I don't even know what's going to come up. I just know they tend to get dirty.
Very dirty.
So we've just cleaned this area, and they don't look a whole heck of a lot different. But then when I flip this over, you can see dirt on there that has built up. That's the grease, the grime that you don't know. That was absolutely white before. Now you can already see just in, what, 6 square feet? That's drab, musty, yucky, dirty.
That is awesome. And you know what was awesome? I mean, even though I've got my shoes on, it's not sticky, and that's the best part here. You know, you can clean all of your different surfaces and know that you've got something.
Heck of a segue. You're a smart guy. Here we go. I like it. You know what's coming. So my daughter's a senior in college. Actually just graduated, but she.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Do you guys have the graduation already?
We did. It was University of Maryland, and Kermit the Frog was the speaker. I swear to God.
You're kidding me.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever been a part of.
That's awesome.
And then he sang Rainbow Connection at the end, and I cried like a baby.
Tears.
I bawled like a baby.
Congratulations.
It was so cool.
That is wonderful. I love that.
But my daughter has informed me that there's such a thing now as bar shoes. Now, these aren't cheap shoes you take to the bar. These are your good shoes that you take to the bar. They're just called bar shoes.
Sure.
In my day in college, I had bar shoes. They were called shoes. But apparently that's not the case anymore with the young ones. So she comes home from break and is like, hey, Daddy, my shoes are a little messed up. Got all this, you know, smudge and yuck from the bar. Can we clean those up? Yes, we can. We've got GP66, and also, you know, Carly, my daughter, you know what I do for a living. So of course I can clean these up.
Of course.
But to the point of your beautiful white shoes, you see what we got there.
So good.
They cost some money, and they're not easy to maintain. So just use a GP66. And all you really have to do, truthfully, Steve, spray it on. You just see how it melts it right off. You're good to go, even on the bottoms here. If I just keep coming through, it melts the mud, the yuck, all that junk off of there. So you're good to go.
Best. Absolutely the best. I mean, when's the last time you saw us clean the floor, the shoes, oven door, and so much more with one cleaner? For $44 and 3 easy payments of $14.67, you're getting the 1 gallon, and then you're also going to receive that empty bottle, which is going to give you 4 bottles worth of cleaner, right?
That's the big story here. So this is, we're in that Chaz Dean stratosphere now. We graduated up to gallon jugs. That gives you 4 bottles. Go out and do the math. It's the best we've ever done for you, our viewers, for you, our fans. We appreciate it. We don't do it often. We don't do it all year round.
No.
And so this is really the way to go because you're getting the most amount of cleaning solution for the least amount of money.
Absolutely. I mean,
same
this
thing
is
here.
It here.
Same thing here. So just take it on your keyboard and go ahead and wipe that and just see what's on there. All that disgustingness, the grease, the grime, all of that. If you have a shared workspace or a family, don't ever spray it right on there. But just wipe it up with a white cloth and you see all the yuck and sweat and oils that come off. You just feel better about using it then down the road.
Absolutely. Definitely want to try this. Once you start cleaning with GP66, you're not going back. $44, 3 easy payments of $14.67 brings home the gallon size, as well as that 32-ounce empty bottle, which is going to give you 4 bottles worth of that cleaner. Item B56271. Scott Heinusser, you bright and early tomorrow morning, buddy.
Yeah, I can't wait. It'll be fun, brother.
It's going to be a great time.
Appreciate you.
All right. Well, we saw this just a moment ago, and this was